Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to find out what it's like to live in Sunrise, Florida, a city that receives over 40 million visitors annually. We're gonna check out 4 properties. We're gonna drive around different neighborhoods because that is the reason why I created this channel. My name is Michael Valencia. I am one of the best realtors in the state of Florida with Lamacchia Realty. And I created this channel for people like you that are looking to move to South Florida and you wanna know more about it before actually making the move. I've had a few of you reach out, moving from New York, moving from Canada, moving from Germany, and I love hearing from you guys. So if this is your first time to the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, and share this video with anybody you know. Right now I'm standing in Sawgrass Mills Malls, the second largest mall in all of Florida. It has over 400 retail stores. It also has restaurants, bars, so it's plenty good for nightlife. Right now I'm in the Oasis part of the mall where it's actually outside and there's plenty of restaurants with outdoor seating, but you also have an indoor section. You have anchor malls, you have anchor hotels right here at this location. Sunrise is perfectly located almost directly in the middle between West Palm Beach and Miami, which is why it's such a central location for visitors internationally. We're about an hour away from West Palm Beach and about an hour north from downtown Miami. That is the reason why it's such a central located. We're only 6 miles west of Fort Lauderdale, just to give you an idea of where we are. And as you can see behind me, we have plenty of stores, restaurants, escape room, a mojito bar right here. Obviously, I'm here right before they open. You have a game room right next to Johnny Rockets, movie theater. I mean, we are right now in South Florida's largest corporate parks. All right, so the BB&T Center, or the Amerant Bank Arena, where the Florida Panthers play, right there, you see it right above my head. So it's literally right on the other side of the road from here. You have the Florida Panthers that play there. You have monster trucks, concerts, plenty of shows. There's so much entertainment that happens right there at the Amerant Bank Arena. If you're ever interested in those, check it out because it's an arena that holds up to 22,000 people. All right, so right now I'm leaving the Oasis section of Sawgrass Mills, and this is actually located in South Florida's largest corporate park. In the last 20 years, it has had an investment of over $200 billion worth of development for companies and corporations that have relocated to South Florida and employing over 30,000 people for entertainment and different corporate businesses. So it just goes to show you how much Sunrise has actually grown, with a population of over 97,000 people and a median income of over $77,000 per year. Let's go check out the first property so you guys can get to know the neighborhood. Stay tuned, I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, welcome back to the first neighborhood in Sunrise. Literally the first neighborhood. Sunrise was built in the 1960s and it was called Sunrise Golf Community. So this is where we're currently walking right now. This is more the east part of Sunrise. The average age of the homes in Sunrise are like 1980, in 1980s, 1982, 1989. Most of them will have, be single family ranches, kind of like you see behind me. And you have some communities that, I think it's pretty evenly split, where you have some communities that are part of an HOA and some that are not. Like this one that I'm currently in right now does not have an HOA. So if you do have any issues with any neighbors that are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, you're going to have to contact the local authority to help you sort that out. In an association, there's rules. Everyone has to follow rules. If you don't follow rules, you get fined by the association. So, pros and cons, like I always talk about, between living in a community with an association and not living in one with one. The entire city of Sunrise has over 36,000 housing units, and about 70% of those 36,000 are owners. The other 30% are renters. The average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in Sunrise right now, and we're a week away from February in 2024. And believe it or not, even though it's a little overcast, it's 80 degrees. So that's how amazing the weather is down here. But the average rent for a 2-bedroom apartment here in Sunrise is $2,500 per month. These homes in this type of community, I've seen them go, I mean, the majority of them are 3-bedroom, but some that do have 4 bedrooms will go for around $3,000 to $4,000 a month, believe it or not. You know, American Express just relocated their headquarters here about 5-6 years ago now. So there's a lot more, there's a lot of money coming in still, like I keep talking about in most of my videos. So there's a particular home on this street. This is all 1968 construction. They're asking $489,000. There is no HOA, so that's good. The $489,000, the taxes are around $1,500 a month. So you can kind of see what the street looks like and what the going asking prices are in this neighborhood. So $489,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet home. You know, some of them will have a garage, other ones will have already converted their garage into a storage room or something like that. So each house will be different. And so let's see, insurance on something like this is probably gonna cost you anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000 per year, depending on your home inspection. When we do home inspections here in Florida, we have to do something called a wind mitigation and a 4-point, right? So the 4-point, the inspector's going to determine not just the age of the roof, but the life expectancy of the roof based on the condition that he sees it in. We've seen homes that are only 5 years old, but the life expectancy is probably another 3 to 5 years because it has some damage, right? And the homeowner didn't even know. So luckily the roof was still under warranty. He was able to get the roofing company out to the property and take care of the problems that were found. And at that point, the inspector will go back out, re-inspect the property, you know, and then be able to get a better insurance quote. So it's really important to work with the right team when you're trying to relocate to Florida, because I mean, it took me years to be able to find the people that I did find. So I have an amazing home inspector that will always bend their schedule for me, and they go out of their way to help out my clients. An amazing real estate attorney who handles all the title paperwork. And believe it or not, yeah, we still have title issues here in South Florida. So any title issues that come up, my attorney's excellent on handling those issues. And of course, my local lenders right here in Fort Lauderdale, I've seen them beat out, you know, some of the bigger banks and other mortgage brokers. So you definitely want to reach out if you need any advice on those types of experts. And it's good to notice that some of these homes will either have original windows or hurricane impact windows. And if they don't have hurricane impact windows or original windows, kind of like the one behind me right now, they at least have accordion shutters. Those accordion shutters basically you can close them during a hurricane, and that'll also count towards an insurance discount for your home. So this is what the neighborhood looks like in East Sunrise, out of one of the lowest price homes that you have, one of the lowest price single family homes here in Sunrise. From here, we're gonna go check out another property that's pretty close by. I want you guys to kind of get a feel for what the streets look like. That's why I wanted to walk around. So stay tuned. I will see you at the next one. All right, guys, welcome back to the next neighborhood. So this neighborhood is more on the west part of Sunrise, Florida. And these homes that you see behind me on this street, they're all built in the early 1980s. So compared to 1968, now you're in the west part where they were built a little bit later. As you start to move out west, you start to see newer and newer construction. One of my favorite builders is supposed to be building right around this area. There's a golf course right by here. And CC Homes is actually one of my favorite builders down here. It's a privately owned company. It's not publicly traded. And the quality that they deliver is pretty great. I actually bought one of my very first property when I moved down here to South Florida was actually built by CC Homes, and I loved it. So every community that I go to, I can see the attention to detail and the quality that they produce. So yeah, they're gonna continue to be my favorite builder down here for a long time. All right, so I was mentioning before that there's about 36,000 housing units in Sunrise. Out of those 36,000, only 471 are actively for sale in Sunrise. It's a big difference. From 36,000, only 471. That's a little bit more than 1% of the total inventory that's available for sale. And those 471 include everything from condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. So it's not just single-family homes. I think once I factor in single-family homes, that 471 becomes about 81, if I remember correctly. So you go from 471 active to like total inventory to 81 single-family homes available for sale. And that's why I'm walking around different neighborhoods so you guys can kind of see the feel for these single-family homes in the area. Now, believe it or not, some of the craziest things about this area for single-family homes, there's no HOA, so there's no restrictions on a lot of things. There's no extra monthly payments on anything, but there's also no restrictions for Airbnb. And there's quite a few Airbnbs in this area that I'm in right now that I'm walking around. Some of those Airbnbs have actually gone on to become long-term rentals for whatever reason. I don't know the specifics, but check this out. Those long-term rentals have actually rented for about $5,000 per month. Because, you know, Airbnbs tend to spruce up the property. They update it very well for the most part. But yeah, you have some properties like this one right here, where it's listed for sale for $535. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,200 square feet of living space. I believe the lot, it's about 7,700 square feet, no HOA. So 535 for 3.2, 1,200 square feet, no HOA, and the taxes are about $2,300 a year. Insurance on something like this, depending on the inspection, it's about the same rates, $3,000 to $4,000 a year. So just to give you an idea of what the housing costs are like, these homes will still rent out anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000, but the nicer they are, if they have a pool and everything, they could rent out for $5,000 a month. So they're just something to think about. From here, I'm gonna go check out another property. The first one was 49, now we're 535. We're gonna go into the 700s, and then one of the second most expensive home in Sunrise, it's actually only 850 or so. So we're also gonna check that one out. Stay tuned, I'll see you at the next one. Back to Sunrise. So it's kind of funny when I do some of these neighborhood tours, some of my friends or locals will come and tell me, hey, I had no idea that my area had this in Cooper City, or my area had this in Hialeah or Coral Springs, right? I think this is one of those neighborhoods. Right now, I'm in the Shannon State community. It's a closed gated community that's 5 minutes south of Sawgrass. This community it does have an HOA, and it's one of the newest developments of Sunrise. These homes were built in the 1990s. There's one particular home for sale that was built here in 1995. They're asking $785,000. It is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, about 2,300 square feet of living space, and 2,600 if you include the 3-car garage. And of course, you see the driveways, they're pretty wide enough. So asking $785,000 for a 2,300 square foot property. The one particular home that's for sale here, it does have tile roof, like you can see most of them. The HOA is $115 per month. Taxes are $5,000 per year. It does have hurricane impact windows. It does have a pool. And the lots are pretty decently sized lots. Excellent schools nearby. You're right next to Flamingo Park, which is literally right outside of the community. So definitely a great community and a great location here in Sunrise. Stay tuned, I'm gonna show you the next one that is a final stop for the day. I'll see you soon. All right guys, welcome to the last stop of the day. So right now I'm in the Shenandoah community. If this sounds familiar to you, it's because if you remember my Davie neighborhood video, Shenandoah is actually shared by both Davie and Sunrise. So this specific part of the neighborhood is the Sunrise part of the neighborhood. And right now we're gonna be looking at the second most expensive single family home for sale in all of Sunrise. The first one is selling for over $2 million. This one is for $815,000. It is 4 bedrooms, 2-bath, and over 2,500 square feet of living space, and over 2,900 with the garage. The lot is over 8,200 square feet. It does have an HOA for $360 yearly, and the taxes are $5,700 a year. This property has been on the market for 44 days, and it's also for rent. It has also been rented. It has been rented for $4,500 a year, and it's backed up to a 34-acre lake. So just to give you an idea, in the 2024 prediction video, I talked about how properties are staying on the market a little bit longer, and you are able to negotiate. So this is what you can expect to see in this area of Sunrise. I want you guys to see it for yourself. If you just stay tuned, I'm going to show you the Welleby Park in Sunrise. It's an excellent park for families with young ones, for little kids. I can't wait to show it to you. Stay tuned. I'll see you over there. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to stop by Welleby Park because this is one of the coolest parks for families. As you can see behind me, they have a little mock town the kids can ride around in. They have stop signs, they have street lights, and they have a splash park for them, multiple playgrounds. You're right on the water, so you can also go hang out by the dock and look at the water. But this is such a cool little spot for kids. You know, such an awesome playground right here in Sunrise. I'm gonna go stand by the gazebo because I don't want to get any kids in the video, obviously. Let's talk about the population a little bit more, because Sunrise is actually one of the most diverse cities in South Florida. All right, so as I mentioned earlier in the video, I have 97,000 residents in Sunrise. About 65% of them are family, and the other 35% are non-family. 28% of the families have kids, and the other 72% have no kids. Sunrise is actually one of the most diverse cities that we're going to be able to find down here in South Florida, with the population being 25% white, 35% Hispanic, 31% Black or African American, and then the remainder percentages are all diverse between Asian, Native Americans, and different ethnicities. So it is definitely one of the most diverse cities that you're going to be able to find down here in South Florida. I mean, as you can tell, this park is just so calm and peaceful, and there's many parks like it down here in Sunrise and Broward County and Miami-Dade County alike. Every city or town, you're going to be able to find parks like this. Even as we go towards downtown Miami, where along all the condos and beaches, you're still gonna find parks like this. So no matter where you go in South Florida, you're gonna have places like this to come enjoy. Again, it's a week before February. It's 80 degrees. It's a little overcast right now, where it kind of looks like there's a possibility of rain. But if you can see behind me, I think I'm far away where I'm not gonna get any family or kids. But you can see there's plenty of family and kids at the playground right now. That is the beautiful thing about living here in South Florida. You can come enjoy these places. So if you guys got any value from this video, from the channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with anyone you think could use some help from my services, or if you have any questions, all of my information is in the description below. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.